2012 was a big year for the Big Apple, the city's tourism sector attracting a record number of visitors. It wasn't the usual tourists from Europe. Karina Huber has more on the surge of visitors from China and Brazil.
As New York City wrapped up another year, it had lots to celebrate. A record 52 million tourists came to New York in 2012 to visit its theaters, museums, hotels, restaurants, and shops. All of this activity generated $36.9 billion in direct spending.
Our tourism industry, one of the city's key employers, has put up record-breaking numbers in total visitors, visitor spending, hotel rooms sold, hotel tax revenues collected, and also in the all-important category of jobs for New Yorkers.
The sector employed 356,000 workers in 2012. That's a 4% increase from the year before. While average wages in the hospitality industry are lower than the other primary industries in New York, Bloomberg says tourism jobs often provide a first step into the middle class for many immigrant New Yorkers.
International travelers only account for 20% of overall visitors to New York City, but they are seen as more desirable because they stay here longer and they spend more. That's because international travelers, particularly those from the emerging markets, like to shop more than any other visitor in New York.
Christopher Haywood is the vice president of communications at NYC & Company, New York's main tourism bureau. He says the city recently stepped up its international tourism marketing efforts.
And this year in particular, we put a bigger focus on some of our emerging markets, including Latin America and the Asian markets. And we're seeing dramatic increases from those markets. In fact, Brazil and China, for instance, have increased more than 400% over the last 6 years.
New York, America's #1 tourist destination, isn't happy to rest on its laurels. It's already set a new goal to attract 55 million visitors in 2013. Karina Huber, CCTV, New York.